They call them less lethal weapons, and Australian police are using them against protesters with increasing frequency and little scrutiny. And while they're called less lethal, they can cause serious injuries or even kill if misused. Despite being deployed at very public protests, police across the country often go to great lengths not to share what weapons they have and how they're being used. So we spent months studying protest footage, reviewing court and tender records, and speaking to experts to build the most comprehensive picture yet of what our police have in their arsenal and what damage it can do. There are launchers like this one that we see police using during a protest in Victoria. They can shoot foam baton rounds and other projectiles.
Projectiles typically cause more serious injury. They actually hit you, causing blunt, sometimes penetrating trauma.
Since Victorian police started using foam baton rounds at protests around 2021, they have allegedly caused multiple injuries.
At kind of close settings, they fire out of guns just as fast as a live bullet, causing fractures, brain injury, all kinds of terrible things, eye loss.
Victoria Police told us they have stringent processes in place around the use of crowd control equipment and deploy only what is needed based on the risk they expect to face. Then there are chemical irritants, like these cans of OC spray being used by police in Melbourne. They can spray a concentrated form of a compound found in chili peppers, either directly into people's faces or in a more general motion for crowd dispersal, as you can see here.
They make you tear up. They hurt like hell on your skin. They make you feel like you can't breathe. You're coughing and suffocating.
The long-term health effects of chemical irritants have not been widely studied, and there's emerging research suggesting potential links between tear gas and adverse effects on things like reproductive health. This footage shows police in Victoria carrying pepper ball launchers. They look like semi-automatic rifles but use high-pressure air to shoot projectiles that burst on impact, releasing a chemical irritant known as pava powder. The projectiles can also cause bruising or abrasions if they hit someone directly. A pepperball spokesperson said their launcher was classified as non-lethal. However, other compressed air weapons have caused serious injuries or deaths. In 2004, a US college student was killed by a pellet shot from another brand of air launcher after she was hit in the eye by a Boston police officer. Distraction devices are designed to emit extreme sound, light, or pressure on impact. Common types are stinger grenades and flashbangs. Some experts say they can be inaccurate and hard to aim. This footage in a Melbourne protest shows them rolling in empty space, but you can see how this device shifts direction and detonates near protesters' legs. They can also cause blast injuries or burns on close impact. We've been told by lawyers and activists that weapons like this can actually create a more tense and volatile environment at a protest, rather than de-escalating.
What you really create is a completely different dynamic where you're creating like an us versus them. That's not what civilian policing should be about.
Tasers are rarely used in protest situations, but footage we obtained shows police carrying them at recent Sydney protests against the Israeli president. Largely introduced as an alternative to firearms, there is increasing criticism around their use in inappropriate situations. They've been involved in several deaths, including that of 95-year-old Claire Nowland in 2023. Our investigation revealed that taser use, both drawn and deployed, has more than doubled over the past 5 years. And there is growing concern about how tasers are being used in Australian policing. New South Wales Police told us taser use was subject to strict oversight. Besides the physical effects, legal experts and others are concerned that this increased use of force can undermine the public's right to protest.
Australia actually has a concerning trend, not just around the use of less lethal weapons, but policing of protests more broadly. It really causes a chilling effect on the right to protest.